Your residence that you are in is not secure within. My beloved child, if you are a believer in angels, begin this video and view it entirely. Angel continues, my child, listen closely. The time is now. This is not a common message and you should not take it lightly. The house you are dwelling in is not as it seems. The place where you sleep, where you shut your eyes, where you feel safe, there's something there hiding. Something has been there, unseen, unheard. But it has watched. It has waited. It has been operating in secret. But I am now telling it to you. I am now bringing the concealed to the forefront. I am now unveiling what has been hidden. You have felt restless. You have known that something was amiss, but you dismissed it. You have overlooked the cues, told yourself it was all an illusion. But my child, it was not an illusion. Those times when you sensed eyes upon you, when you sensed something in the air, when you heard things that made no sense, those were not coincidences. Those were signs. Those were hints that something more was occurring within your home. Something has been left. It was not left for your benefit. It was not left there with good intentions. It was placed in place with intention, with a motive that was not intended to make you feel at peace. Someone has invaded your space, into the spaces where you take in breath, into the corners where you get to be alone. And they have deposited something there. And my child, you have to know this is not solely physical. This is not solely about what is visible to the eyes. There is something more than the surface. There is a power hanging in the air, an invisible presence interwoven into the very fabric of the home you live in. And this power has been acting, changing, influencing, nudging, and prodding in ways you did not truly understand. I have been observing. I have been guarding you even when you did not realize that you needed to be guarded. I have sent my angels to encircle you, to stand watch, to block the influence of that which has been put in your environment. But my child, I cannot keep you in the dark. I cannot permit you to walk in darkness anymore. The time has arrived for your eyes to be opened. You must be aware of who has entered your house. You must know who has crossed the threshold. Not everyone who walks through your door has good intentions. Not everyone who smiles in your presence has good intentions. Not everyone who fakes it for you actually cares. There is someone who has entered your space, sat in your presence, watched you, studied you, made choices about you without your permission. This is why the atmosphere has felt heavy. This is why there have been times of restlessness, of unease, of random thoughts rushing into your mind. My child, you are not seeing things. The sense of being restless was not mere chance. It was a warning, a spiritual wake-up call, a message struggling to get through to you in time. There is a story behind it. This is not simply about something recent. This has been in the making, being built up, preparing for a while now. It has been initiated on its own without your knowledge. And yet my hand has hovered over you, stopping what was intended to occur. You have been held back. You have been kept in a state of safety. You have been protected. But my child, you cannot disregard this message. Because if you remain in the dark, if you do nothing, if you say nothing, then what was schemed will start to take form. I am revealing something here. Someone related to you has been involved in this. Someone with access, someone who knows your ways, someone close enough to come and go in your presence without suspicion. And my child, when I tell you their name, when I tell you clearly who this is, you cannot doubt. You cannot question. You cannot second-guess what I am revealing to you. There is a reason why things have not felt right. There is a reason why you have seen delay, disruption, moments of confusion. There is a reason why your mind has been confused, why your energy has been depleted, why your peace has been disturbed. What has been within your house has not been in unity with my agenda for you. It has been against you. Even in quiet, even in quietude, my child. I must have you move. I must have you act. I ask you to hear my voice and follow my instructions without hesitation. Because time is limited, the hour is pressing. There is no longer room to wait, no longer time to tarry. I have put in you a sensitivity, an awareness, a knowing, that is greater than what the eyes can behold. Trust that feeling. Have faith in the feeling in your spirit that something is off. Have faith that I am the one who is speaking to you presently. Opening your eyes, providing you with the knowledge to act before it is too late. The one who has done so will be made known soon. They believed they could stay concealed. They believed their deeds would never be exposed. They thought their influence over your space would remain unnoticed. But they underestimated my power. They underestimated my presence in your life. They underestimated the covering I have placed over you. And now their time is up. In the coming moments, you will begin to see signs. You will begin to notice things that were always there but never stood out to you before. Pay attention. Watch carefully. Listen closely. The warning signs will not be screaming, but they will be unmistakable. And if you see them, you will understand. Do not stall. Do not dismiss it. Do not talk yourself into thinking it is nothing. Because my child, it is something. It has always been something. And the moment to deal with it is now. I have already provided you with everything that you need to manage this. I have already made you strong for this time. You are not weak. You are not alone. You are not powerless. My hand is on you. My voice is speaking to you. My spirit is in you and you will conquer. There will be opposition. There will be times of disbelief. There will be efforts to persuade you that you are incorrect. But my child, do not allow dishonesty to take a root in your heart. Hold fast to what I am revealing to you. Hold fast to the truth that is being shown. This is not the end. This is not intended to destroy you. This is intended to set you free. This is intended to save you. This is intended to take you higher than where you have been. Because once you remove it, once this presence is removed from you, once this influence is severed, there will be change, lifting, renewal. You've been carrying something and you didn't even know. You've been influenced by that which has been secret. But my child, you will be lighter after this, you will be clearer. You will be stronger. And the doors that have been jammed will finally swing open. Trust me. Believe my words. Believe what I am depositing in your heart. Do not throw this message aside. Do not waste time doing something about it. Now is the time. Now is the hour. The exposure has started. And things will never be the same again. My dear child, you have lived your life trusting that others were good. Trusting that homes were safe, trusting that where you sleep is where peace abides. But now I approach you today with revelation, not to instill fear, but to make your eyes see the things which have been concealed. The home you live in, the home you sleep in, the bedrooms where you are alone, the walls that close in on you, they are hiding more than what meets the eye. There is something hidden from you. Something that has been living in silence. Something that's speaking even when nothing is said. It has waited. It has watched. It has stayed hidden because the eyes of the flesh will not be able to tell what the Spirit knows. But I am letting it be known now because you have been inquiring, because you have been feeling, because your spirit has not been still. You have felt it, haven't you? The unnatural stillness, the change in the air at particular times, the shadows that are longer than they ought to be. The visions which have visited you in the stillness of the night. I have witnessed the manner in which your heart has known a discomfort which you could not explain. The manner in which your mind has attempted to negate that which your soul already knows. The house you are dwelling in holds more than mere construction of walls and ceilings. It contains residues of what has been, echoes of what has gone, whispers of what remains. It is not just a building. It has a history, a past that has not yet settled, a presence that is still unsettled. There are things not seen that shape the scene. There are energies that have passed through spaces, feelings that have seeped into the foundations themselves, deeds that have created marks that do not merely disappear. What was done in the dark is never even hidden. For all things are revealed unto me. The footsteps that you sometimes believe you hear. The feeling of being watched when nobody watches. The burden that presses on you sometimes when you ought to feel light. These are not accidents. They are not tricks of the mind. They are resonations of something more, something hidden and waiting to be discovered. And I am revealing this to you now because it is time for you to see. Time for you to know, time for you to come into awareness. You are not in this house by chance. You were brought here for a purpose. There is reason even in where you lay your head, a holy planning in the spaces you inhabit. But just as I guide you, just as I direct your steps, I also invite you to discernment, to wisdom, to insight beyond what the eyes see. There is something in this home that demands your attention. There is a reason that some things feel disrupted, that some moments feel weighty, why sometimes you wake with weight on your chest and thought in your mind that cannot find its location. There is something unresolved, something that must be.
Every moment you sat alone in your room trying to understand why love felt like fear. Every time your voice was stolen by their rejection. Every time they said you were too sensitive for feeling the truth. But you were never too sensitive. You were spiritually aware. You were chosen. You carried light, and they didn't know how to handle it. This is about the moments they thought you forgot. When they talked about you in another room, when they laughed about your pain. When they compared you to others. When they said you'd never be enough. When they took the side of someone who hurt you. When they blamed you for the trauma you never asked for. God says, I was there and I wept with you. I recorded it not to punish them, but so that I could one day show you that your story mattered, that your pain was real, that your tears were not in vain. You learned to survive not because they taught you how, but because I strengthened you. I gave you resilience when the world gave you rejection. I gave you peace in the middle of emotional storms. I gave you protection when no one saw the danger. You weren't just lucky. You were watched over. You were preserved, and now I am speaking directly into the child inside you who was never allowed to speak. You didn't imagine it. You didn't exaggerate it, it happened. And the ones who were supposed to protect you chose pride instead of healing. Chose silence instead of apology. Chose denial instead of accountability. But you don't have to carry it anymore. That weight is not yours. That shame is not yours. That confusion is not yours. You spent so many years trying to figure out what you did wrong. You replayed the scenes over and over, hoping to find the moment you caused the pain. But there wasn't one. You didn't cause it. You were the target of their own, unhealed wounds. They projected their pain onto you. They expected you to be stronger than they ever were. They made you feel like love was something you had to earn. And now as an adult, you still carry the fear that love will leave. But I, your heavenly Father, will not leave you. I never left. Even when they did, even when they neglected you, even when they punished you for needing too much, there is a generational wound in your family, a cycle that repeats, a pattern that has passed through bloodlines unchecked. But you were born to break it. That's why it hurt so much. That's why it felt like you didn't belong, because you weren't meant to blend in. You were sent to end the curse. You were sent to walk a different path. You were sent to carry light into the darkness. And that's why they couldn't understand you. That's why some of them envied you. That's why you felt unsafe in your own home. But God says, I am healing the child in you now. The child who waited to be held, the child who longed to be believed. The child who begged for someone to say it wasn't your fault. It wasn't, and it never will be. The Holy Spirit is stirring the memories not to hurt you again but to heal you deeply. There is something divine happening right now. You can feel it. A burning in your heart, a shaking in your soul, because you're not just reading words. You're being seen. Heaven is opening the book of your childhood and writing a new chapter over the pain. The chapter where you are not silenced, but celebrated. Not rejected but restored. Not shamed but shielded. Every moment of pain is now being exchanged for peace. Every lie you believed about yourself is being replaced with divine truth. You are worthy. You are loved. You are chosen. You are enough. I saw when they looked the other way. I saw when they favored someone else over you. I saw when they excused the abuse. I saw when they gaslit you. I saw when they pretended it was your imagination. And I said nothing back then. Not because I didn't care, but because I was preserving you. I was building something inside you that would become your anointing. The same pain they tried to bury you in will now become the platform I elevate you on, because your healing is not just for you. It's for others, too. You are becoming a voice for the voiceless. You think you're broken, but you're being rebuilt. You think you're damaged, but you're being delivered. You think you're behind, but you're right on time. The enemy tried to convince you that your childhood pain meant you were cursed, but it actually meant you were powerful because the enemy doesn't fight what doesn't threaten him. He saw the calling on your life before you did. He saw the prophetic voice you'd carry. He saw the healing hands. He saw the divine dreams. And so he tried to destroy you before you ever knew who you were. But he failed. You're still here. Still breathing. Still fighting. Still growing. Still hearing from God. And now you're stepping into the full truth of who you are. God says, I am not done restoring you. I'm just getting started. I will make your name known in places where they mocked you. I will send blessings to the very address where they overlooked you. I will raise you up in front of the same people who said you'd never be anything, because I am a God of justice and I will not let your pain go unnoticed. I am balancing the scales now. I am pouring oil on the wounds. I am restoring what they tried to destroy. And no, they won't understand how you healed so fast. They won't understand how you still love after all that pain. But you will know it was me. It was always me. You are not forgotten. Your childhood did not disqualify you. The dysfunction you came from is not your identity. Your bloodline does not define your future. Heaven's DNA is now your portion. I am rewiring the inner beliefs. I am removing the voices of condemnation. I am silencing the echoes of old trauma. You are free. Not later. Now, right now, as you breathe these words in, angels are being dispatched. The Spirit of God is hovering over your room. There is a deep inner shift happening. You are never going back to who you were. You are never going back to that pain. You are stepping forward into light, into love, into truth, into me. I know what they did, but it's what I'm doing now that matters more. They saw a child to control. I saw a prophet to release. They saw a weak one. I saw a warrior. They saw a problem. I saw a promise. And my promises never fail. You may not get the apology you deserve, but you will get the peace they tried to take. You may never hear them say, I'm sorry. But you will hear heaven say, you are healed. You may never see them change, but you will see your life transformed because I am with you. And where I go, no curse can remain. Where I dwell, trauma cannot stay. And I choose to dwell in you. I'm not healing you just for survival. I'm healing you for revival. What hurt you will now help others. What scarred you will now shine. What broke you will now bless nations. You are not just a survivor. You are a vessel. You are a temple. You are a voice. And I trust you with this healing. I trust you with this calling. I trust you with this truth. This is about you. When you were a child, they tried to silence you. But I am giving your voice back now. Speak. Heal. Release. Shine. You are free. The time has passed. 3 hours are gone. Heaven waited. And now the shift has begun. The window has closed. The warning has matured into movement. And God says, what I am doing now, I do not need anyone's permission for, not even yours. You were warned. You were given clarity. You were touched by fire. You felt the urgency in your bones. And whether you listened fully or hesitated in fear, the appointed hour has come. The trap that was laid has been dismantled, but not without divine consequence. For God is not only exposing the woman who moved against you, He is now moving you beyond her reach forever. She had her chance. She had moments to repent. She had dreams that warned her to release your name. She was given flashes of her future should she continue to tamper with your destiny. But she ignored them. She laughed. She twisted truth. She thought her charm would shield her from divine judgment. She believed your silence was weakness. She believed heaven was not watching. But now she knows. Now they all know. God is not a myth. Your covering is not a fantasy. Your angels are not symbolic. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword, and the spiritual war has turned in your favor. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. This woman did not just offend you. She trespassed against God's anointed. She mocked your pain. She mimicked your calling. She placed herself in spaces meant only for those with clean hands and pure motives. But now the throne of heaven has issued a decree. The scroll of your protection has been unsealed. And those who touched your name in darkness will be touched by justice in daylight. There will be no more hiding, no more pretending, no more manipulation. The Spirit of truth has descended. The mask has melted. The spirit of deception has been exiled. And God says, I am now moving in power. You may start to hear whispers. Conversations that were hidden will surface. Screenshots will appear. Accidental messages will be sent. Confessions will come from places you least expect. People who doubted your discernment will apologize. People who once defended her will feel ashamed. The truth will spread not because you pushed it but because God released it. And when God releases truth, it cannot be contained. This is divine exposure. Not to humiliate but to liberate. Not to punish, but to protect the path of one who was obedient in silence. Heaven has marked you. That mark is permanent. That favor is sealed. No counterfeit can duplicate it. No liar can erase it. No spiritual thief can access it. And because of that, God is rearranging your circle. Do not be surprised if people leave. Do not be shocked by sudden distance. Some doors will slam. Some hearts will harden. It will feel painful, confusing, even lonely. But it is not rejection. It is realignment. These people cannot walk with you anymore. They have touched what is holy. And God is cutting the cord. He will bless you in front of those who tried to curse you. Not to shame them, but to remind them you cannot curse what God has already blessed. And now the blessing is no longer delayed. You will notice favor multiplying. You will feel a surge in your intuition. You will hear the voice of God more clearly. Because the trap was not just a snare for your path. It was a fog for your mind. And now that the fog is gone, your vision is being restored. What once felt confusing will now feel obvious. What once drained you will now repulse you. The veil is off and you are not going back. There will be a restoration for everything you lost while trapped in emotional confusion. Time, energy, relationships, peace, focus, joy, creativity, health, God is returning it all. Not slowly, not eventually, but quickly, swiftly, divinely. Because you obeyed, because you trusted. Because you stayed quiet when you could have screamed. Because you chose to pray when you could have cursed. Because you kept moving. Even when your soul was heavy, heaven has not forgotten that. The angels never stopped watching. And now they are rejoicing. You have no idea how much was planned against you. You will never know how many times she tried to sow division in your relationships. You will never fully know how often your name was mishandled, but God knew and God blocked it repeatedly. Mercy surrounded you like a shield. But now justice takes its place. That doesn't mean revenge. It means removal. The woman who thought she could control your narrative has lost her access completely. Heaven has silenced her voice. Her words will fall flat. Her influence is being dismantled. Her allies are scattering. Her disguise is destroyed. And her assignment is cancelled. This was never just about her. This was about what's coming next. Because the enemy tried to stop what you were about to walk into. He knew your next chapter had glory attached to it. He knew your name was being brought up in high places. He saw the angels circling your home and he panicked. So he sent someone who looked like light but carried shadows. He sent her to make you question your worth, to destabilize your clarity, to distract you at the exact moment of breakthrough. But she failed, because God stepped in. And now you walk into the greatest unlocking of your life. New doors, unseen provision, unexpected allies, prophetic connections, and yes, the spiritual promotion you were denied before, it's coming back with interest. You will be honored. You will be elevated. You will be protected in public as you were protected in private. And you will stand taller than ever. Not because you forced your way up, but because God lifted you. He is exalting the rejected. He is raising the one they overlooked. He is spotlighting the faithful. And that means you. This is the season where your name is redeemed. Not by man but by God. This is the hour where the oil flows freely. This is the divine chapter of restoration, revival, and recognition. No more delays. No more waiting. No more confusion. The trap is broken. The trapper is exposed. The truth has arrived and you are walking free. Free in your identity. Free in your gifts. Free in your calling. You are not the same. You never will be again. The fire has changed you, the storm has built you. The betrayal has positioned you. And if you're wondering what happens to her now, God answers, I will deal with her myself. You stay focused on your healing. You stay focused on your journey. Let me handle the consequences. I need you to focus on the assignment. I am assigning angels to remove her residue from your mind. I am detoxing your heart. I am flooding you with peace. Don't look back. Don't re-engage. Don't try to understand it all. You're not called to explain it. You're called to escape it. You were given mercy so you could walk into your miracle without stains, without shadows, without shame. Archangel Michael remains by your side. He has not left. His wings are still stretched over you. The battle has ended, but the guarding continues because your next chapter is big. It's beautiful. It's divine. And heaven is making sure no weapon formed against you ever prospers again. Not through this woman, not through anyone. You are sealed. You are safe, you are sent. This is about you. Not someone else. Not a stranger. You, the one reading these words right now. There's a reason you're here, a reason you were drawn to this message. This moment is not a coincidence. Heaven orchestrated it. God says this has everything to do with what happened to you when you were a child. The thing you buried. The thing you never told anyone. The thing they did to you when they thought no one was watching. But God saw. God knew. God never looked away. This moment is your divine appointment. This moment is where the silence breaks. This is where the healing begins. When you were a child, your heart was so pure. You trusted easily. You smiled often. You looked up to those who were supposed to protect you. And yet, something happened. Something that changed you forever. It wasn't fair. You didn't deserve it. You didn't ask for it. But they did it anyway. They broke something sacred. And they walked away as if nothing happened. You grew up pretending you were fine. You wore a mask of strength. You became the strong one, the quiet one, the one who doesn't complain. But inside, a part of you froze in that moment. A part of you stayed stuck in that place, crying out for justice, for answers, for rescue. God says, I heard you. Even when no one else did. I heard your soul scream. I heard your tears speak. I saw the way they overlooked your pain. I saw how they made you feel invisible. I saw the lies they told, the manipulation, the gaslighting, the way they twisted the truth to protect themselves. I saw how they made you feel guilty for being wounded. How they told you to get over it. How they blamed you. How they covered their own sins by silencing your voice. But I, the Lord your God, have never been blind. I never once looked away. I was with you in the room. I was with you in the corner where you cried. I was with you under the blanket where you buried your fear. I was with you in the nights you couldn't sleep. And I am with you now. This is about to change everything. You see, you have carried this for too long. It became a part of you. You built walls to survive. You built smiles to cover the pain. You learned how to function while bleeding. But I am here to say no more. No more silence. No more secrets. No more pretending it didn't matter. It mattered to me. It broke my heart to see you broken. And now I'm stepping in. I'm not just healing you. I'm restoring everything that was stolen from you. I'm bringing light into the darkest places of your past. I'm opening the door you closed so long ago. The door labeled too painful. I'm walking in with my angels and I'm declaring this child belongs to me. Archangel Michael has stood guard over your life since that day. He has battled demons on your behalf. He has defended you in the spirit when the enemy tried to destroy you through trauma, fear, abandonment, and self-hatred. You didn't know it then, but every time you wanted to give up, he was there whispering strength into your soul. You didn't know it, but he was the reason the car missed you. The reason the overdose didn't work, the reason the depression didn't take you out. Because I had a plan. And that plan starts to unfold today. You were chosen even when your family treated you like an afterthought. Even when they made you feel like a burden. Even when they called you names, made fun of your dreams, and crushed your spirit. Even when they ignored you. Mocked you, or worse, used you, you were still chosen. My love for you is not based on how they treated you. My love is perfect, unchanging, eternal. I see past your pain into your purpose. I see the beauty they couldn't see. I see the strength they tried to suppress. And I am calling it forth now. You are not what they did to you. You are not what they said about you. You are not your trauma. You are not your wounds. You are my child, my beloved, my masterpiece. And I am breathing new life into you. You are safe now. You don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to pretend anymore. Let the tears come. Let the pain rise. I can handle it. I've already handled it on the cross. Your healing is paid for. Your restoration is guaranteed. You just have to receive it. You thought you were forgotten. You thought maybe this was your fate. To live quietly with wounds no one could see. To be the helper, the fixer, the strong one while bleeding inside. But I say no more. I am reversing the curse. I am breaking generational trauma. I am undoing every lie they told you. I am stripping away the shame they dumped on your shoulders. I am lifting you up out of the pit of silence. I am crowning you with honor. I am rewriting your story. And those who hurt you, those who hid behind masks, will not be able to hide much longer. I will expose the truth. You don't have to fight for justice. I am your justice. I am your defender. I saw it all. I heard it all and I kept the records. Heaven knows. Heaven remembers. But now heaven moves. This is your deliverance hour. This is when chains break. This is when you finally breathe. Not the shallow breath of survival, but the deep breath of a child who knows they are safe. You are safe now. I repeat, you are safe now. No more nightmares. No more flashbacks. No more questioning your worth. You are worthy. You are priceless. You are not too broken to be loved. You are not too damaged to be healed. Archangel Michael has tears in his eyes as he watches you read this because he has seen everything you've endured and waited patiently for this moment. This moment when you hear the truth. When you finally accept that it wasn't your fault, that you didn't deserve it, that you didn't imagine it, and that healing is your right. He is holding a sword not to fight you but to destroy the spiritual forces that have kept you in bondage. He is cutting every tie to trauma, every soul wound, every generational chain, every lie. It ends now. It ends here with you. You are not a victim. You are a warrior, a survivor, a chosen one. God doesn't pick the perfect, He picks the broken and makes them beautiful. He picks the discarded and gives them destiny. That's what's happening to you right now. A shift, a holy shift from pain to purpose, from wounds to wisdom, from surviving to thriving. You are about to become the person you were always meant to be. The one who walks in power, not in pain. The one who speaks boldly not through brokenness but through healing. The one who shines so brightly that darkness can't even stand near you. This is your divine comeback. The tables are turning. The story is changing. And everything that was once used to break you will now be used to bless you. Your voice is returning. Your confidence is returning. Your joy is returning. Your faith is being restored. This is not hype. This is not wishful thinking. This is heaven's decree. This is God's promise. And His word never returns void. I want you to breathe again. Not